Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Joshua Suluruka here. I am the Impact Podcast Show host. As you guys are aware, we're using Zoom. We're using Zoom now because of this coronavirus crap that's happening. So we do apologize if you guys wanted it one-on-one. But I've actually got a guy here. He's a good man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a bit of context on who this guy is. All I'm gonna say is that he's a beast. He's a beast in my eyes. But before I do, I'm just gonna share quickly on our mission. So our mission is focusing on the one, and all we're focusing on is just focusing on impacting people one by one, as opposed to focusing on heaps. So just want to encourage you guys that we are here. I am here. If you guys want any assistance or help, even if you want any clarification on how to run a podcast show, anything, just like give us a buzz, send us a DM on Instagram, or just ask us. Like I'm keen to help. I'm keen to help out. So, but without further ado, I want to get straight into it because I've been waiting for a while to talk to this guy. I'm just gonna give you guys a bit of context on who Matthew Vidal is. So I met this guy. The first time I met him was similar to how I met Israel. Was actually through Footy, and I think I was 12 at the time. I think we were 12 at the time.
Yeah.
And then I remember we had this trial, and there was this this bloody, I don't know, some wog. There was some wog, bro, and I was like, who the heck is this guy? And then, bro, he actually played pretty beast, not gonna lie. And I was pretty intimidated at that time, and then so with Matthew Vidal, I met him through Footy. I'm playing at Cabra, represent.
Yeah, Cabra.
We've had some really good times. Went to Tonga together. That's when you injured your feet.
That snapped up, bro.
Yeah, that was a big upset. But so I've known Matty for a while, since I was in high school. Didn't go to the same high school though.
No.
Obviously he didn't go to a Fairfield, but he went to Westfields around the corner in Fairfield West.
Right next year.
This guy's a beast, and here he is.
Yeah.
He's here, bro. Do you want to say hello?
Yeah. No, I'm very honored and happy to be here, man. No, it's a pleasure. It's been a long time, man. No, I'm happy to be here. Happy to be with you and talk. It's been a while, so keen to get into it, bro.
Yeah, bro. And I've seen that you started YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, you started YouTube.
Very big change. Big change from my normal life. Yeah.
Oh no, 100, bro, 100, man. I remember when you weren't into this stuff.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, I seen that, man. I was like, bro, what a change. So yeah, man, do you want to share a bit about why you started doing that? Like what got you into doing YouTube?
Yeah, man. So obviously now, I'm getting pretty serious with bodybuilding and stuff, and the people that I watch online, on YouTube, they've kind of inspired me to kind of jump on YouTube and show you guys or show everyone what I'm up to. Just because I was recently prepping for a show and now they got cancelled because of this freaking coronavirus. Just kind of inspired me to document the changes and the progression through prepping and stuff, and I just wanted to take everyone along with me for the journey.
Yeah, man. No, it's good, bro. It's good that you're getting into that because I do see that it'll be good to share your journey as you mentioned, because I've been listening to a bit of your stuff, bro. And man, I'm proud that you're actually starting something different, bro. And bro, I'm keen, bro. Keen for the growth.
Yeah, that's it.
Keen as, bro.
But likewise, you, bro.
Yeah, that's us, bro. That's us. But in saying that, man, we're gonna get into it straight away. But what I wanted to do, bro, could you kind of give us a introduction on who you are, what you do?
Myself?
Yeah, a bit of context, bro, for the viewers.
Sure, man. Easy. Well, as we said, my name is Matthew Vidal. I'm 21 years old. When I have a fully grown beard, I look 30. But just like Josh, nah. Man. What else? So passionate about bodybuilding, natural bodybuilding, by the way. giving it a natty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just passionate about health and fitness, and I'm a Christian as well. I love God, love serving the Lord, so I keep Him number one in my life. That's very important. So it's basically it, man. Very simple, very simple.
Yeah, he's actually a very simple guy. Just
Yeah,
like in footy, bro, very simple player,
that's it.
but effective, the
That's
beast, bro. I mean, thanks for sharing, man. But what we're gonna do, man, we've got 3 topics that we're gonna talk about.
Easy.
It's something that I truly believe would like entice people, get them thinking about where they
Yeah.
are now. Because obviously the whole goal of our podcast show is just all about impacting, making an impact.
Mm.
And yeah, man, I truly believe that the stories that you got, with footy, faith in like your faith with God, and like also your bodybuilding at the moment, I truly believe will help out at least one person out there. So
Yeah, for sure. For
yeah,
sure.
man, I'm keen at it. So like we'll get straight
Keen.
into it.
Easy.
Yeah, man, the first thing I want to talk about is footy. So
Yeah.
you know, we met through footy. I didn't know anything else about you after that. Like before that, sorry. And so
Before, yeah.
do you want to kind of give us a brief like background behind like footy and
Yeah, sure.
like when
Yeah,
you
man.
started and so on?
Easy. So when I was 8 years old, so before I was born in New South Wales, and when I was 8 years old, I moved to Queensland for 5 years. And so when I was around 9 years old, that's when I started to play footy. And yeah, I was in Queensland from 9 to 12. When I was 12 years old, we moved back down to New South Wales. And yeah, from there I joined Cabra, and that's where I met you. So before I joined Cabra, I was playing for about 4 or 5 years, whatever it was. Not 5 years, it was 4 years. So yeah, and then from there, that's when I started to progress into footy. Yeah.
Yeah, true, bro. And so what would you say was your favorite position to play?
Oof. Man, I've played a lot
I
of
know,
positions,
bro.
bro.
That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking, bro. People don't realize how beast Matthew Vidal was, bro. Like I remember, not gonna lie, man. Like I remember there was that one year where you were playing like 5'8".
Yeah, I was a fat 5'8".
Bro, I was like, how the heck can this guy play like handles if they like if like you being that big, bro, and then also
Yeah,
being agile enough to play.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Like it really struck my mind, bro, because it's something that you don't see as often.
Mm.
Like a
Yeah.
forward physique and figure
Yeah.
playing in playing in a half position, bro.
Halves. Yeah. Nah, I learned how to build up my skills, bro. But nah. Favorite position. The majority I played at second row. I love playing second row out on the edge.
Mm.
Putting myself up. Just I don't know. I guess putting myself in positions where I can get on the outside or the inside of the half, making space outside. Always targeting a specific area, getting to one area on the field, just to set up plays and whatnot, and just being able to run through gaps and stuff like that. So I love playing on the edge. You're a forward as well, so you're getting plenty of ball.
Yeah.
And even playing like as a ball playing back row, I was on the edge and still making plays. So that was pretty good. I love playing second row. Yeah, second row is my favorite.
Yeah. And bro, like, with that, like, did you have any like kind of inspirational key guys that you looked up to, like in the game?
Yeah, I did. Well, I know I might get some heat for this, but I do like watching Cameron Smith. I know people hate him, but I just like how he leads on the field, how he stays composure under pressure. When Sonny Bill was playing a bit for the Roosters, I enjoyed how he played and how he was able to pass the ball around as well.
Yeah.
Boyd Cordner, really good, very strong. Just, I guess the ball runs hard. So yeah, guys like that are the people I looked up to the most, or saw as people that I wanted to replicate in my footy.
Mm. Oh, it's really good, bro. No, I'm happy that you shared that because, like, even when you're mentioning Cammy Smith, like he's actually a pretty good player, bro. Like,
Oh yeah, man, for sure.
very very effective. Like people don't realize how effective he is, even though
Mm.
he's just a hooker, plays at Storms,
Mm.
bro. I'm like questioning about his retirement, bro. Like, to be honest,
I know, bro. No.
I'm just waiting, man. Like Donna
Yeah.
Thurston's gone.
I
So
know.
it's like, who's next? That's the
Yeah, it won't
question
be the
I'm
same.
asking. No,
Yeah,
legit,
I
bro.
know.
Legit,
Yeah,
man.
times changing. I
No,
know, man.
legit, bro. Legit. And so, bro, my next question I got for you, man, is out of the times that you were playing, like in your own career, like playing
Mm,
footy, like what would you say was like the most successful year that you had compared to your least?
yeah. Most successful. Well, personally, I don't think it was like performance-wise, I was at my best.
Mm-hmm.
But it was in the last year of school when my school we won the GIO Cup. That
Yo,
was so good, man.
yeah, when you get
You
a
know, I
finger,
was,
yeah, when the boys put
yeah.
the. Let me just run it, bro.
Oh man. But no, I was fortunate enough to captain the side as well, and I was like very proud of that achievement. Yeah, I wasn't at my best. I was 103 kilos playing hooker. Damn, just
Wow.
I was this fat blob running around the field, huffing and puffing. But compared to my least successful, it was probably the year when we played Harold Mats, bro,
Oh,
together.
yep, yep.
For para. Because man, that year, man, I was copping all kinds of injuries, bro.
Yeah, true.
That's when I fractured my ankle, I broke my thumb, I tore ligaments in my shoulder. And I think, yeah, we got back to Cabra, I think, and yeah, just from there, man, just spiraled down, eh? But
No,
yeah, that
true,
was probably
true.
my least successful.
True.
Yeah,
If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
that's it.
We'll just keep that in the past, eh?
Yeah, bro. We'll keep it there.
Nah, yeah, bro. Now the reason why I asked, man, it's actually the question that's going to lead to another question that I want to ask you now.
Mm,
But
mm,
I guess everyone has a story as to why they stop.
yeah.
You know, I was talking to Izzy
Mm,
Sofale,
mm,
in the first podcast, and you know he told us his reason as to why like he left the scene. And
yeah.
bro, it's crazy. Eh? Like I'm wanting to interview and talk on special guests that like you know that are playing, that aren't, and
Yeah.
trying to figure out why, like why
Mm.
that's happening. So yeah, man, the question I want to ask you is like what was the anchor? What was the actual thing that kind of made you leave? Like, because obviously
Yeah.
you're not playing now.
Mm, mm.
So what made you leave?
Yeah, bro. As I said before, like the injuries, man. Like I was copping a lot of injuries, and I found it hard to recover and get back to a place where I was being effective and where I was fit. So yeah, that was very tough, very tough. Also, I think during that time, I just started losing passion for the game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't love it the way that I used to, like when I was a bit younger. Because you know, when I was from when I first started to around 15, 16, you know, all I wanted to do was just play NRL one day, just be the best player on the field. But yeah, just over time, man, I just lost passion for the game. I felt I don't want to say anything or start anything, but I felt like it was a bit political in some ways.
Yeah, yeah.
I found like, you know, I believe I was working my ass off, and just where I was, I don't think I was getting enough credit for
Mm.
my efforts. And there was people, you know, they were getting put ahead, they were getting contracts and stuff, and you know, that kind of demotivated me in some way. And yeah, bro, just from there, yeah, I stopped playing. I think it was 16. Yeah, I stopped playing Cabra, stopped playing Harold Mats. Oh, not Harold Mats, like just rep footy. Because we were in the academy, yeah, after Harold Mats for para.
I remember so after I finished at maths, because bro, to
Mm.
me maths was the worst year for me.
Yeah, yeah,
Second
yeah,
year,
yeah,
so the first year was my
yeah,
best, and it
yeah,
went from the best to the
yeah,
the worst season
yeah,
ever.
yeah, 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 yeah,
And yeah, there is some learning curves from that. But then after
yeah,
that, I went to the 17, the senior talent squad.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it was that.
I was there.
Yeah, and then from there, bro, I went up to Pod and like I told him I quit, and I gave him my shirt. He's like, "What the hell?"
Out
If
of all
this guy's
people,
what?
bro, pod,
Pod, yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah. If you're watching this pod, I love you, mate. You're the man.
Nah, he's actually the man, bro. There's actually a lot of things
Yeah.
that he's said.
Mm,
that still lives in me, eh? Like,
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
I remember he would tell me, like, I remember the one thing, I'll never forget this, bro. He would say, you know, and he'll say this to all the boys. He would be like,
Mm.
you know, when you're watching TV, just do sit-ups. Or
Yeah.
when you're, you know, when the ads are on, then just just do some push-ups. And I'm like,
Yeah. Don't stop
bro,
working. Yeah, that's right.
yeah. I'm like, oh, that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, gotta love the guy, man.
Yeah. So
He's,
yeah, I handed him my shirt, and I just left, and then didn't hear from them anymore, like para and stuff. But I kept playing for school, year 11 and 12, because I was part of the footy program and stuff.
yep,
And
yep.
but yeah, and then from then on, I just wanted to focus on school, my studies, and then yeah, bro. After I graduated, that was it for footy. Yeah.
Yeah, well, nah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I love hearing people's stories on like even if they make it or not, or even when they leave, it's like my question's always why.
Yeah.
Because I was in a similar place before. Like
Mm.
I started losing passion, but then I realized I was just having a lot of issues in the background, like
Yeah.
at home and with my own personal life that I needed to deal with.
Yeah.
And then I ended up getting back into it, bro. Which is like, it's been 2 years, bro, since I've played.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. No, but I'm thankful that you shared, bro, because I truly believe that whoever's listening, like, they might be from a footy like background, or even just from a like sports background,
Yeah.
and it will give them like a bit of an understanding of like what actually happens.
Yeah. And just in saying that as well, like, if you're not passionate about something, there's no point. I don't think there's a point where you should stay in that field when you're not enjoying it or you're not liking it. If there's something that you enjoy and you want to pursue, I just encourage you to just go for it, man. Like, there'll be people in the background, there'll be people that you're involved with, they'll kind of doubt you and kind of tell you to do other things. But if you have something in your heart and you want to pursue something, just go for it. That's all I want to say.
Oh, bro, do you want to take over?
Sorry, this is the Matt podcast.
The Matt podcast, bro. No, remember
The Matt podcast.
the beast, bro. Crack up, bro. Yeah, man. But the last question I want to ask before we wrap up this topic, bro, is like what's some of the learning curves that you got out of not just playing footy but leaving. So what's something that you've learned from that?
Oh man, yeah, man. Like when it comes to footy, man, I've learned a lot of stuff like that I can implement in my life now. So always hear the 1%ers, always hear the 1%ers. They're the big ones, man.
Yeah.
That's in everything that you do. Always do the little things properly. Also getting the basics right. So with footy, you have your catch and pass. The basic kind of skills, and even with life now and like bodybuilding as well. You need to build a solid foundation first. You need to get the basic movements right so that you can build a solid base and then you can progress. So just things like that, and just like showing respect and kindness to people that are around you. Even to the less fortunate as well. So yeah, there's plenty of things, man, that I've learned from footy that I can adopt into my life now. Yeah.
And so, like, with you leaving footy, like specifically leaving footy, what's one thing that you've learned from actually leaving the game as opposed to in the game? That make sense?
Give me an example if you can.
Yeah. So, for example, because you've left, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, say for me, when I had taken, because in 2017, I had chosen to take a step away from footy to pursue, focus on like my life with God, and I ended up doing Bible college instead. And so when I done that for 2 years, one thing I learned was like, bro, that was probably the best decision I made.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that I learned is that footy isn't like the need, like the need all or the end all.
Yeah, be all end all.
So,
Yeah,
or be all whatever the way you say it.
I
was trying to figure out like, well, how do you say it? I'm just like, I'll just go with it.
Yeah, that was good, man. Yeah. So, yeah, man, like, because I was playing footy for a long time, and I was always around the footy environment. I was always thinking footy, and I was always, there's always this pressure on me to perform on the field and stuff. But like, after leaving just this massive weight just lifted off my shoulders. And after footy, yeah, just I was able to spend more time with my family. My mental health, my physical health was a lot better. Wasn't feeling as how do I say this? Like I wasn't pressured enough to perform. Like whatever I was doing during the day, there was no pressure on me, and just I don't know, man. I feel like life was a lot better. It was a lot more calmer. But yeah, man, like because during footy, you know, there's always pressure when you have to perform, and if you don't perform, you don't make teams, and
Yeah.
then there's the self guilt and all that stuff. So yeah, after footy, man, it was really good for me just to recuperate, regenerate the body, and then just go into bigger and better things, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good, bro. And I can see that you're probably in a much better state than what you were back then. Like even just personally, like I wouldn't know exactly where you were back then. I didn't even know you were going through that stuff, bro. Like I literally only found out yesterday when I was listening to your podcast. I was watching your video and you're doing your Q&A, bro, and I'm like, oh, true. I didn't even know that. Like that's the reason why. You know, I thought it was just like there was something bigger and better, which it probably was the case, but
blessing in disguise.
Yeah, man. Nah, bro. Nah, I appreciate you sharing about that for footy.
Man.
Yeah, man. I'm guessing this is probably a good time to move on into the next one, which is probably like one of the most passionate things that I love talking about, bro.
Oh yeah.
But I was actually happy when you told me that this is something that you wouldn't mind talking about, and yeah, bro. It actually got me thinking, because I remember when I was playing. I remember when we were playing, right? And the one person that used to always come up to me and say hello was actually your mum.
Oh yeah.
So like your mum would always come up to me and say, "Oh, hey Josh." I'm like, "Oh, hello," and then like she'd talk to my mum because my mum was a manager at the time, and I remember I should always say like, make sure you keep Christ first, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, oh, okay." Yes. And so yeah, when I thought about you and like even your whole family, bro, I'm like, bro, like these are one of those how can I say it? Yeah, blessings in disguise. Like you guys are like, bro, I'd never thought, but I thought you guys were Muslims.
Yeah, bro. So everyone thinks I'm Lebo, bro.
Yeah, no, legit, bro. So I was like, oh man, but yeah, man, kudos to your family, bro. Like I still there's some moments where like when I was watching a video, I'm like, bro, I actually wonder how your family's going. Like your brothers, like I can see that your brothers in the gym. Like, they're pumping it up big time, bro.
Yeah, they love it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro. They're all freaking taller than me now, man. I'm the bloody shortest. Now I'm a little midget compared to them.
Crack up, bro. Crack up. But yeah, man. Like I wanna talk about like the faith, bro. Because you said that you mentioned that you always want to keep God first. So yeah, man. Talk to me, bro. Talk to me on how the journey started. Like how did your whole walk start?
Yeah, man. So I've always been a Christian, but I think when I was 12 years old, that's when the mind clicked and I understood properly what it is and what it means to be a Christian, how to live as a Christian. You have people these days now that they say they're Christians or they're Catholics, but every other weekend, whatever, they go out partying, drinking, whatever.
Yo.
So to me, that's not. I don't know. Up to you, whatever you want to call yourself. But
yeah.
To me, and to what the Bible says, I don't think that's very accurate. So, when I was 12 or 13, I gave my life to Christ.
Yep.
And from there, man, I got baptized. I got baptized in tongues, so I can speak in tongues, and just from there, bro, slowly progressing into where God wants me to be, where God wants me to be as a person. So yeah, man, just every day, just trying to build that relationship with God and just having Him at the top and the center of my life. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like that's really good, bro. Because like I think, I'm not talking like for every Christian in the world, but I see that especially at this time, bro. Like knowing that the coronavirus and stuff are happening, it's like I look at it, I'm like you're either one or the other. It's like it's either you're fearful or you're faithful.
That's right.
Like it's either you're 100%. One or the other. Like it's either you're scared about it or you're just like no, like we're all good. Like we should be all right. And so, nah, man. Like I think it's pretty good that you kind of brought a bit of clarity onto your faith. And And so yeah, bro, with that, man, like what's like just like a random question, bro. Like what would you say is like one of your favorite Bible verses or Bible stories? And tell us a bit about why.
Yeah. So one of my favorites now is Philippians 4:13. I can
Yep.
do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I've had that. I've loved that verse ever since I heard it, man. You know, it's true. Like when you really love God, bro, like your mind shifts from, from just like you yourself doing things. But when you put your faith in God,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you can do all things. Like obviously, I'm not gonna click my fingers and I can start flying in the air. Like, you gotta be reasonable. So, that's one of my favorite verses and Bible stories. You get the David and Goliaths and all that, but one that I really enjoyed was when Saul turned into Paul. So,
Yo.
so when Saul was the one who was persecuting the Christians. He hated Christians, like legit. But then there was a day when God, was Jesus, turned him around, turned him into Paul. He was one of the greatest evangelists ever in the Bible. So that's a very good story, and that just goes to show, like, whoever you are, you can, from one moment, you can be down in the dumps, and the next moment, you could be living for God. You can be saved, knowing that you're saved. And just from there on, man, you have a bright future. So yeah, that's one of my favorite Bible stories. Yeah.
Bro, I love when you shared that, man. Like it wasn't even pre-planned, bro. Like I didn't even say to you, bro, can you say this so that I can say that? But I love how you said that, bro. And I just want to like comment on what you mentioned. Because like people were actually asking me about my Instagram name, right? Everyone's like, what does that mean? I'm like, oh, so that's actually, so Siwa is actually my Tongan name. Like that's so like in Tonga they would call me that. And and the reason why I done that was because when I was going through Bible college, I really had that Saul Paul moment, where I felt like God was telling me like it's time to let go of the old Josh. And then at that point, I'm like, nah, yeah, sweet. So what's the go? Is like you're a new creation now. Like I'm actually I'm actually gonna create new things in you, so then you can fulfill the calling that I've got for you. I'm like, oh, okay, this is legit. And so I literally went through a Saul Paul moment where I'm like, yeah, it's time to let go of Josh, and it's like, oh, now I'm gonna reinvent a new identity, if that makes sense. And it's not like I'm afraid of the past. Like the past is dead, like it's gone, like it's happened. I can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about it was like the Saul Paul moment was the pinnacle moment for me. Like I was like, oh, that's the reason why I should change it. I shouldn't go back to to my old account. I should just create a new one, get rid of the old.
Yeah.
And nah, man, I was actually like, bro, that's actually a pretty good story. That's probably one of the like the most inspirational stories that I still listen to, and I need to continue to focus on that, bro. Because if I don't, then I'm gonna go back to my old ways. Far out. We don't want to go there.
Nah, bro.
Legit, bro. Nah, true, man. So, knowing that, I want to mention again, like with the coronavirus happening, right? Like, we're living around people who are feeling fearful, and then you got some that are feeling faithful. But at this time, I'm pretty sure there are certain people out there that are questioning about their faith. Questioning about like why like they should be believing in God. So the question I got for you, man, is like, what makes you continue to believe in God?
Yeah, man. So obviously, my own personal convictions is what keeps me continuing to serve God and continue to pursue God. Also, man, just the things that I've seen God do in my life. I don't have to prove that He's real or nothing. I know that He's real through what He's done through my life. And just simply because of that, man, that's what keeps me going. And just the church people that I surround myself with, like my environment, my family, and we all encourage each other to keep pursuing God, keep reading our Bibles, keep praying, and especially in this time now, man, like people can get complacent or fearful, as you said, and totally lose their faith in God. But it's times times like this, times of pressure and heat, where that's where people grow and that's where true characters are shown. So it's so I guess in these times now, this is where you'll see people's true colors. So people can either go running, hiding, be scared, or they can continue to push through these tough times, build their character, keep pursuing God, and see what things God can do during this time. Because He can turn anything for good. He can turn evil to good. So, yeah, man, just that my faith in God, that's what keeps me from believing. Keeps me believing.
Yeah, no, it's good, bro. No, like I love when I talk to guys like you who are still continuing to stay faithful, like especially at this time, bro, because like we need just as much of the Christians and like just people in the faith to rise up at this time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. So like I wanted to touch base on something, man, like just quickly, and this is probably gonna create a lot of heat. And that's the reason why I'm asking the question. But it's not for you. It's not for your sake. I reckon this will, in some sort of way, blow up out of proportion. So it was actually one thing I wanted to ask, because you wanted to talk about faith and talk about it like deep. Like I wanted to go like a bit deeper. So
Deep,
yeah, I wanted to ask, man, like how do you manage to believe as a Christian, like knowing that we're living around. Like we're living in a world full of sin. We're living like around people who are of different like belief systems, but like different religions, and then even just like I had a thought about the Israel Folau saga that happened, and with the LGBTI community, and people of that sort. It's like how do you actually manage knowing that all of this is going around, all the chaos in the world? How do you actually manage to believe?
Yeah. So obviously, I believe that God wants us to live in the world but not be of the world. So we need to differentiate ourselves between the norm, Man, I don't know, man. Yeah, it's tough times, bro. But I don't know. So with me in bodybuilding now, if I want to be a true professional, I'll need to be on gear. I need to take steroids. But obviously, my convictions, and when God says to obey the law, you need to obey the law. And obviously steroids are illegal. So in saying that, and in my beliefs, I'm not going to take steroids. And even with Israel Folau, the whole thing that went on with that, it kind of went out of proportion. But it was good that Israel Folau stood up for himself. He put God first, and at the end of the day, now he's still playing footy. He's still in a good place, and I think he was rewarded for that, due to putting his faith in God. And there's all this stuff around, as you said, the LGBTQ and all the sin and stuff. But you have to put your priorities right. You have to make God first. And when you do that, man, like everything, because I've come to a point now where my faith is that strong in God that whatever happens, like whatever, it happens. I believe that God's in control. Everything happens for a reason. And even with this coronavirus now, it can be seen as a catastrophe. Well, it is pretty bad. It's a global catastrophe, but God can use this situation and turn it for good. We're still praising God, still having church meetings online.
Yeah.
Nothing's stopping us from doing anything, bro. So, the world can throw whatever at us. I think at this time Christians need to rise, as you said, and to really put their faith and their trust in God, because I don't think anything's going to get easier for us Christians. Obviously, in other countries, they're getting persecuted, and even sometimes, even now with Israel Folau, with that post that he made, and everyone was going off at him. So I don't know. I mean, you need to be wise. You need to be careful with what you say now. And God gave us a brain to use so that we can be wise and we can make the right decisions. So yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I love how you spoke about wisdom, bro. Because I think like a lot of people, like I always looked at it like this, man, and it's like a lot of people look at the letter of the law, so they look at the
Mm.
law of it, like back in the days, but then they don't go by the spirit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
like they don't follow, like they just say, oh, like this is the reason why you shouldn't, like say for example, eat pork, right?
Mm.
But
Mm.
then like some people just reading out of context, like you don't realize like now that like Jesus had done on the cross, like this is the reason why we can.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Things like this, right? And
Yeah.
I think it's only when you get an understanding. It's
Mm.
only when you get an understanding and
100%.
when you stay curious and be like, okay, I wonder why this is happening. But
Yeah.
I guess we're just living in a world that is very reactive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
always reacted like and like, bro, I just had this revelation, man, that they're like, this world loves drama.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man.
This world loves
I
drama, bro.
know.
Like I don't know, man. Like it's just like once there's like something like for example the is it the two Bulldogs players that happened recently?
Yeah, Jaden Ockenby and I forgot the other bloke's name. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. With
So
the
when
high
that
school.
happened, bro,
Yeah.
everything blew up, bro. Everyone
Blew
started
up,
creating
yeah.
memes.
Yeah.
Everyone started like, saying their own opinions. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. I'm like, oh, everyone gets fueled by drama.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah,
Crazy,
they
bro.
love it, man. I know.
Crazy,
I know.
crazy, bro. But
That's why, man, you gotta be wise. And when you're famous one day, bro, you gotta be careful what you say.
100, bro, 100. Hey, but you gotta stand your ground, eh?
That's it, man. 100%.
Legit, bro. Nah, it's good, bro. Nah, man. Thanks for sharing for that.
Oh, man.
I'll probably want to move on into probably I left this for last for a main reason, right? Like,
Mm.
I wanted to be like, yeah, we'll just have a chat and stuff, and then start getting a bit serious, and then start
Yeah.
increasing and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I wanna end it off with the like our faith. Like, yes, we like I'm a real passionate Christian man, and a lot of
Mm.
people look at it and be like, oh, you're not as passionate as I thought. I'm like, bro, I am passionate, bro. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
wake up in the
Yeah.
morning, the first thing I'm talking to is God. Like,
Yeah.
and
That's
like,
it.
if I'm going through issues and I'm talking to God, like,
Mm.
it's just
Mm.
like a more of an inner thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm doing that. I'm like personally, like, I'm not doing it all for show or all for clout
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
for drama.
That's right. Yeah.
And I'm not even wanting to get it. So, yeah, man, I appreciate you sharing that. But
No worries.
this is the last topic I want to talk about, bro. And I'm so keen, man. I'm so keen to talk about this, man. I wanna pull all the nuggets from you, bro. Bro, we spoke about footy. We spoke about like our faith in God,
Mm.
bro. I actually want to talk about your bodybuilding, bro. All
Yeah.
this new season, bro. This new career
Mm.
that you've stepped into, bro. So,
Mm.
bro, can you kind of give us a brief intro into like how you got into it?
Yeah. Yeah, man. So during school, we had a school gym, whatever. And I think it was like once or twice a week we'd use the gym and just do the exercises in our program. So I've kind of always had like a basic understanding of how to train and how to lift. And so after school, I was fairly overweight. I wasn't happy with how I looked, and I got into the gym. And so my older brother, because he graduated a couple of years before me, yeah, so he was training, and I saw he was getting pretty good. He was making some good progress, and that really inspired me to start going to the gym and to change my physique as well. And not also the gym, but also the diet aspect as well. It's very important. And so from there, man, I started going to the gym. I signed up to Anytime Fitness. I started to cut weight. I saw that I was looking pretty good. I had some decent size and shape, and I was really enjoying the aspect of bodybuilding. Going to the gym, it's you versus you. Push the weight. So yeah, man. And from there, as I kept progressing, that's when I started falling in love with bodybuilding. Yeah.
Yeah, true. So, are you still an Anytime guy?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, well, let's
Well,
go.
Anytime Fitness at the Vidal's gym at home.
Oh,
The
true.
Vidal's
Yeah,
residence.
now. Yeah, true, bro. Cause like I seen your last video and you're at Will Gym, eh?
yeah,
Bro,
World's Gym.
how good's that gym, eh?
Bro, it's a beast there, man. The vibes are mad. You have Kai Green and Arnold Schwarzenegger painted on the back. Bro, it's so
Bro,
good.
bro, cause
So good, man.
one of my mates, he's actually like he works at Marconi, the
Oh,
Marconi
yeah,
gym,
yeah,
and like
yeah,
that's probably like similar to Chalora.
yeah.
And bro, I'm not gonna lie, I walked in
Mm.
and I'm like, oh bro, I'm like this close to signing up, like
Yeah, man, yeah.
because bro,
I
just the
know.
atmosphere, like you're surrounded
Mm,
by like-minded people, like
mm.
people that are just as keen to succeed as you are.
That's right. Yeah, man. I know.
And I was
Yeah.
like, bro, I was so close, man. I was like, ah,
Mm.
yeah,
No, if
nah,
I just
true,
live
bro.
closer, man, because I just went there with a few of the boys because they're in the area, and Jace lives there, and Jace goes to Chilora
Yeah,
as well. So, just thought, it was a Saturday, I might as well just go there for a day. And yeah, we went there, bro. It was really good, very good.
yeah, bro, crazy, man. But yeah, bro, how you feeling knowing that the gyms are closed?
Yeah, it sucks, man.
It's
It's
so
so bad,
different, eh?
so bad. Like, I have equipment at home that I'm getting by with, but it's not the same, man. You don't get the equipment, you don't get the vibes. But it is what it is, man. Just gotta keep grinding.
Yeah, bro. I think this is like the best time for everyone to be creative.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
sure.
legit and yeah, man. But bro, I got a random question, man.
Yeah.
Favorite part of the body to train?
Oh man.
And
Well,
then,
honestly, man, I love training everywhere, but what's the day that I look forward to most?
bro, just don't say your mouth, yeah.
Oh,
All right.
I mean, you know me too well. Um, Probably I like training my chest. I get a good pump in my chest. Um, one of my good body parts, I guess. And also love training legs. Honestly, I do like training legs.
Oh, yo.
I love how is it? I love the challenge. You need to get prepared mentally, and I like to push myself during legs. Yeah, I really enjoy doing legs. So chest and legs.
Yo, true, true, true.
Yeah.
And bro, how do I get a chest like yours?
Bro,
Because
honestly, just
I'm trying to, bro. I'm trying,
true.
but
Okay,
I need some
I'll give you
assistance, bro.
true. No, man. So hit them a bit more frequently. So like you can have 2 sessions instead of one.
Ooh.
Focus on your mind-muscle connection. So
Yep.
when you're pushing, like think with your head that, how can I explain this? It's like, so just like close your eyes when you're doing it and just really focus on getting that contraction in the chest and
Yo.
really drive it and squeeze. Because people go to the gym and they just go through the motions like, oh yeah, I'm going to do some curls now. Here we
Yeah.
go. And that's it. But if you want to properly effectively train something and make it grow, you need to have the mind muscle connection there. So you need to be with your muscle. You really need to squeeze and push yourself, not just go through the motion. So yeah, man, just frequency, mind muscle connection.
All right. I'll try, bro. I'll try, man.
Yeah, give that a go.
I'll give it a go, bro. And in a month's time, bro, I'm gonna look just as good as you.
Yeah, even better, bro.
That's my goal, bro. That's my goal, man.
That's it.
And what's your favorite workout, bro?
Like
Like in general.
exercise.
Yeah, like just is it, bro? You got cardio,
Hmm.
like I don't know, muscular endurance or strength, power, strength, whatever.
Well, I'll say hell no to cardio.
Why not, bro? Why not?
Oh man, I've been doing too much of it, bro. Especially with prep, man. Like it's like on the weekdays, so Monday to Friday, you do an hour of cardio. Then on the weekends, you do an hour in the morning and 40 at night. So man, just
Oh,
cardio all the time.
oh,
Um, but I mean, I like doing like hypertrophy stuff. So like obviously like building the muscle. But if I had to choose a favorite exercise, it'll be hmm, I do like just a simple bench press, bro.
oh, yo.
Just a barbell or a dumbbell. It's a simple the staple exercise. Really good for your chest. So it's just a good compound movement in general. So yeah, man.
No, yeah, true, true. And so from there, bro, like, what's the actual goal, man? Like,
Mm,
I'm watching your videos. I'm following you, bro,
mm,
and I'm just looking at it, man. I'm like, bro, what's the actual goal for Matty Vidal? Like, what's the goal for
yeah,
bodybuilding, man?
yeah. So like now, I was meant to be competing May 2nd, 2nd of May, which would have been in a month's time. It's in a month's time, but due to the virus, it's cancelled. So that was what I was prepping for, and obviously I wanted to win that show. But now, just have a good off season, build up decent muscle, decent strength, and hopefully next year around this time I can start prepping for a show that'll be in September or October. But I mean, like, I watch like the bodybuilders that take the gear and stuff, and they compete at the Olympia and stuff, and obviously that's the ultimate. That's the ultimate thing in bodybuilding, to win the Olympia. But because I don't want to take steroids, then I can just be I want to be the best person I can be natural. So there's plenty of natural federations that there is. There's ICN, that's what I was going to compete in. There's A and B, so there's different shows and stuff. So plenty of options. I just want to keep building myself up, keep getting bigger and stronger, and then when it comes to prep time, get in shape, get lean, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, true. Because bro, I actually had no clue. There's different types of leagues per se. Federations.
Federation. Yeah.
That's something new to me. I usually just thought that everyone just goes to the Arnold.
That's like a invitation.
Right. So you get invited to that.
You get invited. Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. Yeah. It must be that tough to get.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, there's so many bodybuilders, but only I think 15 get invited from each division. So you have classic physique, you have bodybuilding, you have men's physique. There's different categories, but man, only I think 15 or so get chosen to go. Yeah.
Yeah, true. And speaking of that, bro, speaking of the Arnolds and who's that guy's name? I forgot that guy. Is it? Oh, bro, I'm not even gonna say it, bro. I'm gonna box it, bro. No, is it he's the one that has the braids, bro? He's
Kai Green.
Yeah, I think Kai Green. Yeah, I was gonna say Greenacre, but I was like, nah, Greenacre.
Yeah, bro, the Predator, he has the dreads. Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
So you have types of guys like that, but who are the main influences that you follow, bro?
Yeah. So there's a guy called Chris Bumstead, classic physique, Mr Olympia. He's a freak. I love his physique. There's Phil Heath. He's won the Olympia 7 times. He's had a few years off. Who else? I like this guy called Luke Sandow. He's really good, man. He gives it whenever he gives information or exercise or whatever, straight to the point, very clear. Guys like that, man. I really look up to, and they all train hard. So I want to try and replicate that in my training and in my diet as well. Yeah.
Yeah, true. And so with these influencers that you follow, how have you would you say that you've seen a massive effect for you having an influencer to look at and model compared to not having anyone to kind of look up to?
Yeah, I think it helps, man, because with the content that they bring out on social media, YouTube, whatever, just seeing how they can change their physiques. Obviously they're on steroids and stuff, but even if you're natural as well, you can still make huge improvements, huge changes to your physique. And so the information that they give out, the content that they give, really inspired me and encouraged me to do the same thing. And obviously, if I didn't have that, I don't know. I don't think I would be as passionate or have that drive, knowing that I can change my body to look pretty freaky, I guess. But no, man, I really do enjoy watching those guys and just seeing how they train, how they eat, and from that I can kind of gather something to put towards my own self. So the intensity they train at, I can try that. The kind of foods they eat, what they put in their foods, like spices and stuff like that. Just the little things like that really helps in how I can train and how I can, I don't know, kind of make my diet as enjoyable as I can. Yeah.
Yeah, because I even me right now, I started to slowly change my diet. I didn't go from eating crap and then eating healthy straight away.
Cold
obviously
turkey,
I've done it in steps and had a slow transition. But
Yeah.
I'm looking at it, man. I'm like, bro, diet is like one of the most underrated, like,
Oh yeah.
part towards like not just bodybuilding but just fitness in general. Like, I
Mm.
think a lot of people would just choose to, get the supplements in, get
Mm.
into, pumping out the weights. But it's like, man, if your
Mm.
diet's crap, bro,
Yeah.
then
No, there's no
you're not
point.
even gonna get like any, like barely any progression to what you're
Yeah.
actually expected to get.
That's right. Yeah, man. Like the diet is 70%, training's 30%. And bro, this
100,
whole
bro.
prep, bro, I haven't had any protein shakes, no nothing. Honestly, the only thing I have is pre-workout, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's all just diet, 100% just diet, not 100%, but 70% diet and 30% gym. Yeah, yeah. People rely on the supplements too much, but
Mm.
you know, whatever works for you, I guess.
Yeah, bro. And I was just like looking at it lately, and it's like sometimes people actually look at it as a drug, like
Yeah,
as in like an actual drug, where it's like,
yeah,
if I don't take this, then I'm not gonna be normal. Like,
yeah, yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be at my full potential. It's like, yeah, man,
Yeah,
you're
people get
like,
addicted to it. Yeah.
yeah, bro, like badly.
Mm,
And then it's just like their mind's just going cuckoo,
I know, I know.
crazy, bro.
I feel you, man.
But bro, you know how you were talking about your pre-workout?
Yeah,
Bro, what's the most scoop that you've taken?
the most scoops in one go.
Oh,
But man, there was this one time, man, I swear I was with the fairies there. Like I was in another dimension. I took a scoop. It was called Angel Dust, and this other one was called C4. And I mixed them together.
oh no,
And bro, I was beaming. I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I was so weird. I can't explain it.
bro,
But
you're
that
buzzing
just,
like Shrek.
yeah, but I got no clue what was happening. And yeah, because I took that, it was like 11 o'clock at night. It was after youth, actually. But I didn't go to bed till like 5 a.m. the next morning.
Oh
So
no,
yeah, that really screwed me.
crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, because like obviously they say, oh, only take one or take two scoops,
yeah, yeah,
and you took like two different ones.
yeah. It's not good.
That's crazy, bro. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh. Nah, true,
yeah, I
true.
went to
So,
that again.
so, bro, we've been talking about your goals. We've been talking about, your favorite parts of the body to train. We've also
Mm,
spoken about influences and the people that you follow. But bro, I got like a real straight up question, bro. And I know that this is it's a very broad question.
mm,
Like I know straight away you're gonna be like, oh, bro, I don't know what to start. Like there's heaps of things you
mm.
can talk about. But tell me, bro, in your opinion, what do you believe is the key to bodybuilding? What's the key, bro?
Okay. I think that you need to have a genuine passion for bodybuilding, and you have to take on every aspect of it. So everyone likes to go to the gym, but not everyone likes to diet. And when you really want to be a bodybuilder or change your life, physically, even mentally as well, you need to adopt everything and really do everything 100%. And that's including the diet. And as I said, not everyone likes the diet. So just changing the way that you do things, it's even a lifestyle change as well, it's daily things. So, you need to make sure you're getting in your macronutrients, which is your protein, your carbs, and your fats. You need to make sure you're getting your sleep. You're doing the necessary things to recover the body, um, and yeah, like when you're training, you know how to train, the right intensity, what works for you. So, and also just um, learning the basic movements. So, like your deadlifts, your bench press, your squats, just getting a firm base and a good foundation. Sorry, so that you can, as you progress, you can use other movements, other exercises to fine tune your body. So I guess, man, like just if you want to really do it properly, you need to take on the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like saying like not going half-heartedly, but just you're full into it. If you're full into it, you're into it.
Yeah. As I said, it's a lifestyle, man. Like I know for some people it'll be hard. I know it's hard, especially with cooking your food and stuff, meal prepping. But if you want to make changes to your body, you need to make sacrifices. If, for example, if you're playing Call of Duty for, I don't know, 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
You know, sacrifice some time to prep your food and stuff like that. Obviously now it's harder with food now because of the coronavirus, but you know, just do what you can, do your best, and as long as you're giving an effort, then you know, you will make changes. So
Yeah, true, bro.
yeah.
That's good, man. Like, I love your insights, bro. I love insights. Like, I can see a massive transformation from when I was playing for you footy
Mm-hmm.
to now, man. It's like, bro, different Matty, bro.
Yeah, Natty Matty.
It's the Matty.
The Matty.
You gotta remember the Matty, eh?
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, bro. But there was one thing that I wanna like, you know, I wanna finish off with a bang. And I actually had this thought today, and this is something new, bro. Like, this is like exclusive. Like, I haven't put a post up yet, and I will after this. But like, I'm really starting to get into like my niches, like finding the real niche behind the podcast show. And I finally found it, bro. And like, you'll be the first victim on this question, bro. So the whole goal behind this like the Impact Podcast show is to make an impact, right? So that's the main goal. We got our missions and all that stuff. But the niche that I wanted to, you know, really, I wanted to cram it right down and be like, what's the actual purpose of this? Like, why the heck am I running this podcast show? And I found it, bro. I found it today, man. And bro, honestly, it's all about personal development.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it's all going to be about, bro. And I'm gonna preach it out to everyone in the world.
That's it.
It's all about personal development, bro. But the question I want to ask for you, man, is like with personal development, like it's probably something that we haven't touched in right now. But like, I just had it on my heart, bro. I was like, the question I want to ask you, man, is like, how important do you see personal development? Like, developing yourself as a person. Like, how important is it for you?
Oh man, look, heaps important, bro. Like, man, if you stop, especially now at our age, like developing, if you stop trying to learn things, like you're just gonna stay in the past, man. Like I believe nothing in your life will progress or will get better. I think you just be in a place of complacency. You know, you have no goals, no ambitions or anything. So man, personal development is everything. So I encourage people to keep learning, to keep finding out new ways to better themselves, find out ways to encourage others, be there for others. Because yeah, man, as I said, like if you stop doing anything, I don't think your life will continue to be, will continue to get better. I said in my Q&A yesterday, you know, someone asked me what's like the dream life, like what does it look like living a dream? And like people will say, you know, become a millionaire, do nothing, blah blah blah. But like, man, if I was financially free or whatever, I didn't have to go to work and stuff like that, I would try and make ways to firstly focus on myself, try and build myself up to as best as I can. But in saying that, try to build others up around me as well, and to encourage and to impact others around me, and not just in my close circle, but like to the whole world if I can. Honestly, I love to give. I love to give time. If I had more money, I'd love to give more money, man. Like honestly, bro. I could not like give a crap about money. Like yeah, it's important, but like, you know, man, there's way more important things than money and financial freedom and stuff like that. It's more about helping others that are less fortunate than you, building each other up. You know, so man, personal development, man, like I believe that it's a very big thing to continue to pursue, continue to grow, and once you get there, once you're happy, keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. So that's what I think, man.
That's good, bro. Nah, bro, I appreciate you sharing that, man. And
all good.
Yeah, no, the reason why I was asking you, bro, and I'm gonna be asking every special guest that I you know, talk to. The reason I'm like sharing that to you, bro, and like the reason why I was asking you was because there is so much people out there who don't see the value. They don't see the value of personal development, and they don't realize how much of a big difference their life will be once they choose to, you know, develop themselves as a person.
That's right.
So No, man, like, I appreciate you, sharing that. But this is like the last question I want to ask, and it's all based on bodybuilding, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that you're in the bodybuilding scene, what are some tips that you could possibly share to those out there that are wanting to start?
As I said before, like get the basics right. So when it comes to training, focus on the staple movements, the meat and potatoes, as you would say. So get strong with your deadlifts, your bench presses, your squats. They'll help you build a solid foundation. Even your chin ups as well, they're really good. And you can incorporate other movements as well, but just try and get the basics right first. When how I learned, I just went on YouTube. Honestly, I watched heaps of guys, and that's where I mainly got the information from and how to do certain exercises and stuff. And obviously now I have a coach, and he helps me with what I have to do. So just learn the basics with your diet as well. Try and keep things clean. But more importantly, it's what you want to do. So do you want to lose weight? Do you want to maintain weight, or do you want to gain weight? And so with that, you need to be in a calorie surplus if you want to gain weight. If you want to lose weight, you need to be in a caloric deficit. So you need to find out your maintenance calories, and with that, you can determine what you want to do. So it's pretty easy, honestly. It's straightforward, but it's just it's the mental thing as well. You need to be able to envision yourself where you want to be. You have that mental drive and capacity and able to push through the barriers, I guess. So, yeah, man, that's why I say to people that want to pursue bodybuilding, yeah.
Yeah, bro. No, I appreciate you sharing that, man. And so, with that being said, man, is there like some sort of website or some sort of way that people can connect to you if they got any other questions?
Sure, man. Yeah, just show my Instagram and my YouTube. Honestly, if I get like 100 or whatever messages, I'll try and answer all of them. So I don't care. Ask me a question. I'd love to help you guys. Even my brother, he's really good. My older brother, he's taught me a lot. So feel free, man. I'm like, whoever's watching, whoever needs help or wants to ask any questions. I'm at home. Okay, I'm in lockdown, so there's no excuse for me to not respond to you. So feel free. Yeah.
Nah, beast, bro. So, do you want to kind of share a bit about your social media stuff, where they should find you?
Man. So my Instagram, very simple. It's mvid. I think it's _, and YouTube is just the Matthew Vidal. So if you go there, there's a few posts, whatever. I've done recently a Q&A. I've done a few home workouts now. Just to show you what I'm doing and the setups I have. So yeah, man. MVid, Instagram, YouTube, the Matthew Vidal.
Oh, the beast, bro. The beast.
Yeah.
Nah, legit, man. Nah, bro. I just want to say, man, thank you so much, bro. It's been an honor.
No worries, man.
It's an honor,
thanks
bro,
for having me,
to have a chat, bro. And I can't wait to see you up there, man. I'm keen, bro. I know it's gonna take a few years, bro. But I know that, bro, once you get there, man, I'm gonna be cheering you on, bro. And hey, good thing is you have a story.
That's it.
You have a story, bro, to back you up, bro. So this is one of the many journeys and many videos that will be out.
Nah, man. Likewise with you, man. We can keep going, keep pushing hard, man.
Nah,
take time, but it's all good.
Only time will tell, bro. Time will tell.
That's it.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, so guys, that is all that we have for this this episode. I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, like us on Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. For those out there, make sure you guys follow Matty D if any guys got any questions on gym, bodybuilding, your faith. If you, or even now, you want to ask any more questions, you can ask Matty straight away. Make sure you guys follow his YouTube. The links will be down in the description. That's for those that are watching the video. And I just want to thank everyone that's listening right now on the audio podcast. Appreciate you guys all. So yeah, bro. I just want to say thanks, man. Thanks heaps. Keen to get you back on next time. And
keen, man.
Yeah, bro. Now I'm keen to kind of hear about your podcast, bro.
Ooh.
Yeah.
In the works.
Yeah. In the works, bro. In the works, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. All right, sweet. All right, thank you guys for watching, and to those that are listening too. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.